Hello there, and welcome to the basement. A few days ago, I put out a community post asking for subjects the community would like to see me talk about. One of those suggestions was to do a video about Amalgam Comics. So, smash that like button and let's find out what Amalgam Comics is all about. So what the hell is Amalgam Comics anyway? Should we even care that they exist? I'll answer the second question first. Yes, we should definitely care that Amalgam Comics exist. We'll get into why as we go along. As for what the hell Amalgam Comics is, well, it was a metafictional comic publisher created by Marvel and DC in cooperation. What they did was take Marvel and DC characters and stories and essentially make mashups. I'll get into the character list. It's extensive, so I'm not getting into all of it. But an example of one of the character mashups, and to this point, based on an idea and not actually having read them yet, my fave. Anyway, they did an amalgamation of Batman and Wolverine into a single character known as Darkclaw. Seriously. Fucking badass. What's also pretty fun is the backstory they came up with to facilitate the amalgamation. So, the amalgamation, what a fun word, began in a way that is somewhat similar to the first Secret Wars run by Marvel. Each comic universe, Marvel and DC, had incarnations known as the Brothers. One for Marvel, one for DC. The Brothers had been sleeping for millennia when they somehow became aware of each other, and each decided to try and destroy the other one. In order to prevent the brothers from facing each other directly, which would result in the destruction of everything, characters from each universe fought for the right of their universe to survive. Marvel and DC even got comic fans involved by having most of the battles decided by online voting. After the fights came to an end, neither universe would capitulate. I mean, obviously, they'd basically be volunteering to be destroyed. To keep everything from being destroyed, the Spectre and the Living Tribunal created a merged universe. Only two characters knew what was really happening. A character created specifically for the event, known as Axel Asher, was one of them. He later became known as Access. The other character that was aware of the truth of what was happening was Dr. Strange Fate. This character's emerging of Dr. Strange, no shocker there. Dr. Fate, no shocker there, but also Charles Xavier. Now, before the merger took place, Access had planted a piece of each universe in Batman and Captain America, respectively. Obviously, Batman got the DC chunk and Captain America got the Marvel chunk. First, he, being Access, and the Amalgam heroes separated the brothers. Then he found Darkclaw, who we've talked about, the Batman-Wolverine mashup, and Super Soldier, a merging of Captain America and Superman. That one was basically self-explanatory. He retrieved the pieces of the universe from each of them and gave them to the Spectre and the Living Tribunal, who were then able to harness the power of those pieces to restore the two universes, and the brothers returned to their slumber. So, obviously, at this point, Amalgam Comics is over. Everyone is separated back into their actual Marvel and DC characterness, which means no more Darkclaw. Batman's here, Wolverine's over there. And that's how they did that. Now, Amalgam Comics published a total of 24 one-shots. 12 in April of 1996 and 12 in June of 1997. They introduced characters like Amazon, who is a merging of Storm and Wonder Woman. Dare the Terminator, a merging of Daredevil, Deathstroke the Terminator, and Ravager. I like how they somehow throw like an extra character in there every once in a while, but that they don't include in the name just for fun. There's Cat's Eye, a merging of Elektra and Catwoman. Wild Hunt, a merging of Wild Thing and Huntress. Terra X, a merging of Terrax and Terra. Brother Brood, a merging of Brood and Brother Blood. Niles Cable, a merging of Cable and the Chief. Apollo, a merging of the Cyclops and the Ray. I could go on for quite some time, as I've mentioned before, but you would get so much more bored than you probably already are anyway. So, I would definitely say, just off the research I did just for this video, Amalgam Comics would be worth the read. I'm like super interested in them now. Are all the characters awesome? No. Some of the ones I read about while researching this video seemed pretty fucking lame. But, you know, that's the way it is. There's lame character ideas just like in the comics. Same with the stories. Most of them are good, some lame, but that's what you get in comics anyway. Overall, though, I will reiterate that Amalgam Comics was a good idea. Matter of fact, it was a great idea. The characters are mainly cool. The stories are mainly cool. And using a merging of Secret Wars and Crisis on Infinite Earths for the backstory was pretty sweet as well. I know I would like to learn more about them, and I think you should too. So, what did you think about the concept of Amalgam Comics? Do you like the backstory? Do you like how they handle the choices of which characters to merge? Are Amalgam Comics something you want to know more about? Would you recommend them just based on your own curiosity? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, please leave a like. Likes and comments really help show the algorithm it should pay attention to me. While you're looking at that part of the screen, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I drop a video or go live, which I do every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you enjoyed this glance into the world of Amalgam Comics, and like I always say, there's always a good time to be had when you're chilling in the basement.